So we're going to begin this workout. We used 10 exercises before, and now we're going to add on an extra 15 seconds of dynamic exercise. So our work phase is going to be 60 seconds with a 5-second transition. We'll make it through all 10 of these exercises. We're going to start with a squat. So take that stance again, a little bit wider than shoulder width, shoulders back and down, and lower down into that squat. So we've got 45 seconds of this exercise right here. We should be really familiar with it now, but we still have things we can do to help perfect it. So think about, once again, every time that we're coming down into that squat, pushing those feet through the floor, standing up tall, and getting that exhalation. Nice fluid movement and getting ready. So here we're kind of thinking of more of a moderate intensity and getting ready for our 15 seconds where we're going to dial that up. How are we feeling, guys?
Good.
Okay, starting to feel that burn?
I am.
Okay, got to save something for the end. Keep going, keeping that body tall. Remember that exhalation, tightening the core on the top. And get ready to transition. So we're moving into a pulsing squat. So here we are coming back and down, staying low so those legs stay loaded. If you feel like you want to add a little bit more, you can go ahead and take those feet right off the ground, soft landing. And if you feel like those legs are barely hanging on, then just keep that pulse squat nice and low. And there you go, finish there. So now we're back to wood chops, a little bit wider than shoulder width stance, reach up to the corner, pull across the body to the outside of the knee. So we want to increase that intensity. First thing we can do is add a little bit of speed. Also, if we feel like that heart rate's getting too high, we can dial that back a little bit and slow it down. So full body movements. If those knees are healthy, go ahead and take that squat just a little bit lower, working on that rotation. Think about that core as we exhale, drive across the body, really bracing those abs. Reach and pull, saving something for the end. How's the core doing?
Good.
How are the legs?
Good.
Nice. Keep going, keep that breathing going. It's just 45 seconds, come on. Nice and tall. Feel that glute engage on the reach. All right, transitioning into skaters. We're gonna go ahead and hop and touch, side to side. If you feel like you can, take that and stretch across the body, a little bit longer side reach. Just 15 seconds. Keep your head up, chest up. There we go. Okay, now we're going to begin those wood chops on the opposite side. So go ahead and reach up again, take it across the body. Be aware that you may have a side that doesn't kind of flow quite as well as the other one, so we just want to be mindful of that. But more importantly, we want to make sure that we're thinking about lifting and reaching with those glutes, exhaling, twisting across the body. Keep in mind, this section here, more moderate intensity, so we got to save something for those skater finishers. Good. Find that range of motion. See if you can sit back a little bit deeper into the hips, still keeping that chest tall. How are we doing, guys?
Great.
Doing good. Nice. Keep that breathing going. It's just 45 seconds, and that's it. Let's go right into those skaters. Step and hop. Find that position. Any concern about the low back, we're going to want to keep that torso a little bit taller and no reach down low. There we go. Keep it up. 15 seconds, almost there. There we go, that's it. So our next group of exercises are alternating lunges. We're gonna hit that for 45 seconds and then follow that up with our dynamic exercise. Here we go. Let's lunge it out. Side to side. Once again, keeping in mind we want moderate intensity. We definitely want to feel that heart rate start to climb. 45 seconds. If you want, you can add that reach across the body. We want to be mindful of the back on this one as well. If we want to be more supported, we're going to keep that torso up a little bit taller. There we go, side to side. Feeling it, guys?
Yes.
Nice. Pushing with that outside foot. Chest lifted, sitting back in those hips. Almost there. All right, transitioning into our dynamic jack. So we're gonna take our legs out and in. You can take the speed up, you can keep it down a little bit slower, or you can add those arms. So it's your workout, you see what you need, elevate that heart rate, work hard, it's just 15 seconds. There we go, nice job. So we're coming back to side squats. So go ahead and start in a shoulder width stance. Step out to the right, tall in the center. This is gonna be our 45 seconds, moderate intensity here. All the same rules that apply to our regular squat are in play. You can add those hands if you like. If you feel like you need a little bit more support for the back, just keep those hands right at your hips, making sure we're exhaling as we're coming back to the center. How are we feeling, guys?
Feeling good.
Good. Legs are working hard, heart rate coming up. That's the goal. Keep going. Exhale, standing tall in the middle, being mindful of the range of motion for you, making sure we're not working anywhere where we feel any pain or discomfort in those knees. Let's keep it up. It's okay if your tempo doesn't match mine, you need to find the one that works for you. Now it's time to speed up. Same idea, but it's a quick shuffle from side to side, adding the arms. It's 15 seconds. We want to feel a rise in that heart rate. Is it happening, guys?
Yes.
Nice. Keep it up right to the end. You can do anything for 15 seconds, right?
Woo.
There we go. Nice job. So now we transition back down into plank. So we've got our shoulders stacked right over our wrists, and we're gonna go ahead and move from that plank to side plank. So transitioning, getting those hips aligned, lowering back and down, exhaling. So here's another move where we're not so concerned about how fast we're going. Remember that we're back in that core focus. So we wanna reset the plank, make sure those abs are pulled in nice and tight. So we move to our dynamic aspect here. It's gonna be more of a balance hold. So we're working on making sure those shoulders are pulled back and down, away from the ears, exhaling from side to side. How are we doing, guys?
Great. That's good.
Okay, nice. Keep going. Nice smooth transition from side to side. Breathing stays consistent. Hips are tucked under to support that side plank. All right, now we're gonna rotate over onto one side and hold that plank. Arm extended up. Got a nice alignment from those fingertips to the bottom hand, keeping the core pulled in nice and tight. Breathing, holding, squeezing the glutes, making sure our hips haven't dropped back. Keep that hold active. Go ahead and transition to the opposite side. Plank hold on the opposite side. Hips extended, fingertips up. Breathing, active in that hold. Just a few more seconds, guys. There we go, finish it up. Now we've transitioned down to plank. So we're gonna hold that plank position and then rotate out just to one side. So here's our side plank and coming back to center. So what we wanna remember is every time we're coming back to that plank, it's an opportunity for us to reset, to pull those shoulder blades back and down, to pull the core in tight, to make sure that there's no dip at all in that low back and the glutes are engaged. How are we feeling, guys?
Great.
Okay, nice. Remember with this one as well that we're not worried about quantity. We don't care how many reps we get. We just want to make sure that we're methodical, we're thinking about how we're moving, and we make sure that our core feels like it's strong and it's involved in every part of that movement. Nice job, you guys. So start getting your mind prepared because we're going to have a single side hold in just a sec. We want to make sure that we're ready. Here we go, side plank hold. So here we are in a hold, a nice isometric position. We're lining up those hands, fingertips are pulling straight up to the ceiling. Even though we can't see this, those hips are still lifting up to the ceiling. Very active in those obliques. Nice job, Bobby. And that's it. Well done, guys. Oh. So now we're transitioning down into a tricep push-up. So we're gonna stay on our knees, go ahead and lower and left, keeping those elbows in close beside the body. So we're being really mindful of that idea of a plank. Even though it's in a kneeling position, we still want our head, our back, and our hips all the way down to our knees in one straight angle. So if you can't make it all the way down to the ground with that tricep push-up, don't worry about that. Start with the range of motion that you have, being mindful of where your shoulders are, trying to keep that load in the triceps and the core engaged. How are we feeling with those triceps?
They're feeling good.
Good. And not to mislead, there is a lot of shoulders and a lot of core that's involved in this as well. We're just trying to make the triceps be a little bit more engaged in this process as well. Nice continual movement. Find a rhythm that works for you. Recheck on the top every time we come up from that tricep press, pulling those scapulas back and down. We're gonna transition into mountain climbers. So up into plank, and you're gonna draw your foot to the outside of the hands and then switch. Just a quick transition from side to side. Nice and quick in those legs. Here we go, keep going, it's just 15 seconds. You can do it. 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. So now we're back in our plank again to transition to the opposite side. So we're gonna take our plank, make sure the shoulders are back and down, and then rotate into our side plank. So moving back and forth, remembering in this position that we wanna make sure that we're moving in a way that is authentic for us, meaning that we wanna make sure that we are moving not too quickly, but thinking about core re-engaging every time we're coming back to center, squeezing through those glutes. Nice big extension through that arm. Shoulders, glutes, core, everything working together. Keep in mind too, in that side plank, we wanna still try to lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, tight core in the center. Are we feeling the burn, guys?
Yeah. Something's feeling.
Did we find our strong side?
Yep.
Let's keep working right there. Now keep in mind, we're getting ready to transition right now into our side plank hold. So go ahead and get yourself set up, line up those shoulders, hips stacked right on top of each other. There we go, extend up, breathing, body long, pulling those abs in tight. You can do it, right there. Finish strong, keep lifting those hips up. 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Now we're ready for our core roll-ups. We're gonna go ahead and place our hands on our hamstrings, draw the belly in, exhale, and bring that body up, just straight up, and then lower back and down the same way. It's really important as we lower back and down that we still keep that soft C shape with the back, drawing the belly in and controlling that descent. So our work doesn't stop at the top, it continues all the way through that movement. So letting your breath help you, exhaling as you're lifting up, drawing it in, lowering back and down. So this is one of those moves that the slower the better. There's a part where we want to use momentum to push through, and we're going to try to not do that and just keep our movement nice and smooth. How's it going? Are we feeling challenged?
Yes.
Are you ready for the finish?
Yes.
Got to save a little something for those last 15 seconds, so get ready. Keep that movement nice and smooth. And here we go. From our seated position, come back up. We're going to take our feet up off the ground, and we're going to hold an isometric hold, lifting the torso tall, keeping the belly in, breathing, smiling maybe. Yeah, there we go. And finishing up these last few seconds of hold. 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. That completes all 10 of our exercises. So now we get a minute of recovery, and then we're going to start again from the top. Ideally, we're going to complete 2 to 3 rounds of these exercises. Let's get after it.